Well, good day, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Monday, and this is the 11th of August, 2025, about 5:25 p.m. Central Time. This shirt, the Daryl Hall shirt. I love that show. All right. I have been out today at the hospital getting an epidural. That is the reason that I could not do the weekend updates. All right, I was just in a lot of pain, had a lot of issues with my wife, her retirement, her parties. I could barely move at the end of it all. So today we got that done. It takes a couple of days to take effect, but at this point, I'm better than I was and I can stand, and that's the important thing. If you've ever had back operations, I've had too. I know what it is. I know what happens. Arthritis, it all hits you. I feel sorry for any of you that have had it. It comes with age, it comes with heredity. All right. But what doesn't come with all that are my special reports. So even in that pain, I did a special report on the gold market, and this is a very important one. I take into account the tariffs and now the lack of the tariffs, because President Trump today said no tariff on gold imports. That means, as you know, Switzerland's going to be coming to the door and say, wait a minute, 14 billion of our numbers are approximately, that could be 10 to 14, are gold exports to you. Why, if it's not tariffed, why are you including that as punishment to us? They got a good argument there. But to get to the report, go to the website. You'll see it on the top left. If you're a member, just log into your member login. It's waiting there for you. Right behind this report is going to be a U.S. dollar report. We had done all the ads to make it a double header. Unfortunately, my back was so bad, I couldn't do two at a time. Okay, that'll be resolved this week, so look for that to come up very shortly. Now let's see where I can get us going. Here we come. All right. In the marketplace, let's go here first. Most markets down tonight. You saw the markets coming in down. The gold got smashed, down 80 some odd dollars today because you had to take out that tariff premium. And this was just like the copper market. The president says one thing, the market sits with it, he does another. You squeeze the heck out of copper to the upside into the 540 area, you break it $1, and it's been coming back. I don't see a change here on gold. Here's what I think you want to do. You want to see the report. Then we'll discuss things, all right? I want to leave it at that. Energy markets, very stable at this point. Bonds and notes, a little bit of an increase right now coming into the yields, not much. In the dollar, it's not on fire. It's at 98.36. You're back up to the 116.5 zone. In the euro, you're going to want to see my dollar report. I tie the two together, so it's important that you're going to see that, all right? Let's take a look at gold at this minute, but maybe we should look and see what are the day's events for tomorrow. You get the National Federation of Independent Business coming out at 5 a.m. That number's forecast to be 98.6. You're going to get important CPI numbers. You know the Fed is looking at them. If CPI, PPI stay under control, it'll all be about labor for a September potential rate cut. But if you get a hot CPI and a hot PPI, I think that comes off the table. Redbrook Group, they're going to update retail sales. They've been running around 5.5%, really strong numbers. It's back to school season. The Richmond Fed President Barkin, he's going to speak at 9 a.m. Now, the highlight of the day, no gold tariffs. President Trump takes over Washington, D.C., deploys about 800 National Guard. Now he is talking to the police chief as to what goes on, and the mayor can get involved, but she's lost control. Too much crime on the city, too much filth in the city. It is our nation's capital. Come on, people, take pride in yourself. Dignitaries come all over, everybody. Yeah, Chicago, get your act together. New York, get your act together. Anywhere you see that. Out west, you go to Portland and places like that. Seattle, got to do things about this. So you've gotten your first shot across the bow. If you can make it better in his hometown of Washington while he's president, he can make it better elsewhere. That's the message you have. All right. So as we look at the gold market, as I said, All the market did is it had a correction over the past couple of weeks, because this is a weekly chart of closes. And even with the market where it's at, you're not in bad shape. Now, this is August 8th. This is going to update today. All right, that hasn't yet updated. These charts are all updated. Your December gold chart, higher low, higher and pull back. Do you see that? So when we put the swing line on it, you're void of a trend, which is just what I wanted to happen. The market had come up here. I thought it could fail against the old highs, pull back and give us time. That's why I'm doing the gold chart, to get ourselves involved. You can see the first support's the 18-day average of closes. The second report is the 100 at 33.63. The Bollinger Band isn't far down. So between these two numbers, if you really want to hit the market, fine. But what the market's adjusting to isn't that tariff inflation is going away. It was just had to take out the idea of a big tariff on gold of 15%, which is now off the market. When you take a look at momentum, pointing down, which makes sense as you're under the 18-day average. So the bias is down as the market's under the 18-day average. The market has given you, each time that it's hit the upper band, the opportunity to abandon long positions and come back in at better pricing. You don't have to agree with me on it, but the charts don't lie. That's basically what the market has been doing. When we look at the gold-silver ratio, gold is still stronger, and I went silver December, silver gold. So now instead of being Dece gold, SEP silver, let's make them the same. When and if you get under this 88 level, then silver's finally stronger than gold again. And I've swung out of the SEP silver, why not be Dece? The pattern is one of a higher high from here and lower low. You are in a trading range. I like this. I don't not like this. I like that the metals are going into that range. Copper's got to develop a new one down here. This is all because of the squeeze play on copper. We were going to have 50% tariffs. They didn't come off as fast as they did in gold of that 15%. They stayed for a while. You caused a squeeze at the London Metals Exchange. You got people to ship copper, deliver it on the futures, and I think they made a fortune doing that. And now the market falls back to the regular price. And if you look at that price and you come back over here, you're back to the normalcy in April. That's where you're at. And that's where copper belongs, in the normalcy. Give it a chance to trade a bit. In the platinum, not even able to get back up on the current rally to the 18-day average of closes. Wait for it to rebuild. And in the dollar index, the market has been staying under the 18-day average. It popped back over it today. The trend is down. The bias is up. If the market starts getting back under 67, 74, you might be going back to the old lows in that 9,600 zone. So again, do yourself a favor. Go to our website, take advantage of the special report that I have on the gold, if I can get this to come there. And here we go. That'll be it. And it's up on our website, iraepstein.com. There'll be icons up here. Just give them a click. They'll take you right to it. In the meantime, I'm Ira. You have yourself a great evening. I'll catch up with you in the other videos, the first thing in the morning. And yes, I'm praying I feel better. You know, just getting the shot today for that epidural, it can take 2 days to 2 weeks before it really sets in. Take care.